Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we really appreciate your support that you have been providing to this channel. And as well, you also know that this channel only speaks about what it knows. And in this podcast, I want to tell you the reason why Ruto powers had to ensure that Edwin Sifuna is removed from ODM party as the SG of the party. And before I get into that, allow me just read for you this post that was made by the late Jacob Juma on 9th October 2015. And Jacob Juma posted this saying, "The biggest luggage in Raila's quest for presidency is Oburu Odinga. He advises Raila wrongly and is a liability to him and the party." And in this podcast, I also want to show you how Oburu Odinga's inability to lead the party will cost ODM to the last point, and even after 2027 general elections, ODM will not be a political party of any importance to the people. Remember, I told you that if there is a politician in this country that survives from political strategies and knows how to play tactical games, and when he makes a target, the target goes direct to the expected person or the expected body. And if he gets to succeed in that his tactic, then he becomes the winner. That is none other than William Ruto. And I want you to get a very interesting information from this podcast, which I urge you to watch to the end. And I want to reveal to you why ODM called for neck meeting. I know you may think it is Oburu Odinga or even the ODM leaders who decided to make the call of that National Executive Committee meeting. And I want to tell you, no. That National Executive Committee meeting was called by William Ruto. And before I explain to you how William Ruto is the one who called for that meeting, I want to refer you to this clip as we continue.
Na nimesikia Sifuna anaongea na nguvu. Wakati unaongea mambo yangu Sifuna, ujue mimi ndio mwanzilishi wa ODM. So naenda polepole kidogo. Yes. Sisi ndio tulianza hii kitu. Ama namna gani? Na unajua ukinisukuma sana nitaitisha mkutano ya founder members ya ODM. Sindio? Unajua tukiitisha hiyo mkutano tunaweza kufanyia discipline sisi ambao tulianza chama. Sindio? So twendeni mosmos.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, I want to humbly request you that if you are watching this podcast and you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, activate the notification so that next time we do a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Like our videos and comment to show your support to our work in this channel. And to those who have already subscribed to this channel, we say thank you very much for your great support to our work in this channel. So yesterday, if you saw Robert Alai, or if you are a follower of Robert Alai, he made a statement 5 hours before the time the ODM National Executive Committee press conference was made about kicking out Sifuna as the SG of the party. And this is what Robert Alai talked about. If ODM does not remove Sifuna as SG today, President Ruto should just make Uhuru his deputy for 2027 because the current leadership of ODM will have shown catastrophic level of indecisiveness. And I want to show you how William Ruto is ensuring that this play or this game goes well. And I wonder how some leaders are cheering or happily supporting the fact that Edwin Sifuna has been kicked out of the ODM party. You know, kicking out Edwin Sifuna from the ODM party right now is just like forcing out a passenger from a punctured vehicle. So Oburu Oginga as well, during that NEC meeting in Mombasa, he talked about a certain issue, trying to explain that there are some top ODM leaders who, to him, they lack respect and they don't follow the rules of the party because they are having different opinions from those of the party. So Oburu Oginga said that those leaders should not feel that they are above the party rules and everyone should abide to the rules of the party. That NEC meeting, it is not something that was meant to talk about the ODM issues. The main reason why that ODM NEC meeting was called was because they wanted to kick out Edwin Sifuna from the ODM party as the SG of the party. That is what they knew, and that is the reason why even the Saboti member of parliament, Caleb Amisi, was removed from the ODM WhatsApp group hours before that meeting took place. That was done because the ODM party does not want a strong voice that stands for the legacy of Raila Odinga and for the policies of the party.
I've been removed from the group, even from the WhatsApp group. So
umetolewa kwa WhatsApp group?
Yes, it was an immediate thing. I think they removed me from the WhatsApp group before I received the letter. They didn't want a strong voice in today's meeting.
Yes.
So they're up to something. They are some mischief that they are going to commit today.
And if you want to know how this meeting was planned, immediately the ODM National Executive Committee made that press and said that they have kicked out Sifuna from the SG with immediate effect. I looked at the leaders in the section of broad-based government and I found this comment from Honorable Samson Cherargei, that is the Nandi County Senator. And he said, I congratulate the ODM led by Oburu for bringing back sanity to the party by removing Senator Edwin Sifuna as SG for sabotaging the broad-based government and pre-coalition engagement between ODM and UDA parties of 2027 general elections. I warned Sifuna severally against this habit of undermining the party. He ate more than he could chew. That is Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, whom, if you have been keen, even in that press that the UDA made about being ready to work with ODM under coalition, Cherargei was among those UDA leaders who spoke about that issue. And they are the leaders who William Ruto are using to ensure that ODM gets into premature pre-coalition talks with the Kenya Kwanza government. Now, these are the reasons why the National Executive Committee removed Edwin Sifuna, claiming about discipline issues. And I want to show you it, why William Ruto had to ensure this happened before May 6th. Now, on May 6th this year, the negotiations of ODM and UDA are set to be done. And that is the deadline that William Ruto gave the ODM party, or let me say, that is the deadline that William Ruto gave the ODM faction led by Oburu Oginga to be the last day they get into coalition talks. And this thing is very nice. Now, William Ruto had realized that the camp of Oburu Oginga is not bringing anything to the table. And now he wanted to ensure he pockets the noisy Oburu Oginga, who brings nothing to the table, and gets to work or gets to absorb the other faction that he believes has the votes of the ODM party. So this is how William Ruto is ensuring it, and he controls it. Remember, I told you some days back that the Linda Ground thing, that most of the ODM leaders have complained that there is no ODM party money that has been spent for the Linda Ground, and there is a possibility of William Ruto being the person who pays or who funds those Linda Ground. So I told you, if William Ruto is the one who funds the Linda Ground, then to be sincere, William Ruto is the one who will control everything, because someone who pays you is someone who controls you. So William Ruto wants to engage with the Edwin Sifuna, James Orengo and Babu Owino camp, because he knows that that camp is what carries the votes of the ODM. And I tell you, you see the negotiations that UDA and ODM are going to get into, that is the ODM under Oburu Oginga, there is no negotiation that is going to take place there. Not absolutely nothing. It's only if they may be given one seat or two just in favor of them, but nothing will be done there as negotiations. They had lost that power. So that is why William Ruto had to ensure that Edwin Sifuna was removed from the ODM party as the SG, because he wants to deal with the ODM camp that has votes, not the ODM camp that cannot offer anything on the table. Because you know, William Ruto is not busy with the ODM certificate to vie for presidency. William Ruto is only busy with the votes from the ODM party, and that is why he ensured Sifuna was removed, so that that camp of Babu Orengo and Sifuna gets into negotiations with him, so that he can get a simple way of having the ODM votes. The other thing that made William Ruto ensure that Sifuna was removed from ODM is because he doesn't want to fight Rigathi Gachagua directly, because he knows Rigathi Gachagua is a Cold War beast, and Rigathi Gachagua can badly expose him to the people. And another problem, Rigathi Gachagua has high ability of convincing the masses to go against William Ruto. Now, because William Ruto fears that, he never wanted to deal with Rigathi Gachagua directly. So because he wanted to centralize the opposition, he wanted Sifuna to be removed from ODM, so that if Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo strengthens that their camp, then that is what can be used as the strong opposition. He knows Rigathi Gachagua very well. Rigathi Gachagua can turn the country into something else within a second. And that is what William Ruto feared. So he wants that opposition to be centralized through Edwin Sifuna and Babu Owino, but not Rigathi Gachagua. Thank you.
The lives of Sifuna, your lies are going to catch up with you. Baba in himself questioned the one-term concept and theory. And he said, whether you say one-term or nyef or whatever, Baba was ready to work with William Samoei Ruto until 2027. When you see an Oburu on top of a table, know that Oburu emongawe. But as the elected member of Rangwe constituency, I want to stand with Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And in the part of our negotiations, we would be ready to go and negotiate with him to remove him out of his seat. We can negotiate for anything else, but we defend the presidency and leave it to Ruto.